Hello and welcome to Fifth and Grace. Today is the final part of my January series of all the winter messages. So this is actually part 5. If you go back into my videos, you'll find the first 4. And I did a little series, Winter Reflection, aligning with winter's energy, how to heal the energy of winter stillness. And now today, this is the final message from Spirit for January. So that this is it, and then I'm going to start a whole new series in February. And February's messages are all about love and romance and self-care. I have so much content planned for February. And I have some other new stuff. I'm doing more front-facing stuff now. I had a whole lot of topics on my heart and on my mind. And so I've been fleshing out how to present them in a talking video, like where I'm facing the camera talking. So I've put one up already and I'm filming them every week. So look for that content as well, which is not just, I know that, a lot of people just want the tarot readings, but what do you do with the information after the reading? Like, that's the thing, is a lot of people get told beautiful, helpful, empowering information and then do nothing. So my goal and my desire is to provide you the next steps as well, as I would my own clients. Any of my clients who watch my videos here will tell you that in the reading, a lot of stuff will come out, but then I also have next steps. I have tons of videos that you don't have access to on the public side of my channel that I can get to you based on whatever it is that comes out. And I recorded all those videos as teaching videos simply because a lot of themes were coming up that I was seeing over and over and over. So there's things like cord cutting and soul contracts and forgiveness and abundance and, all those kinds of things. Soul wounds, sister, there's all kinds of stuff. So that's what I thought, I want to kind of present more information here that's not just tarot readings. That's sort of a more well-rounded, holistic approach to spirituality. You may notice that I've actually changed my channel name. I've changed my banner. So this is Tarot and Spiritual Straight Talk now. So it's going to be a combination of the two. I am going to be getting away from the more like scandalous kind of things. I know everybody enjoys the celebrity gossip readings. And I will continue to do that kind of thing, but I'm going to be doing more like true crime and investigating all this other stuff, because I know that's something that's more important in going deeper in. Harry and Meghan, who cares? They're so boring now. They're like, who cares? Just ignore them. Ignore them. Anyway, before we get started on the reading, shuffling the cards, my hands are in every video. And I just wanted to show this off. This is a cuticle oil that I don't even know how to say the name. I will pop the link to it in the description of this video. This is a lifesaver. This time of year, my hands are so dry and my cuticles are a disaster. I mean, my goodness, look at, I'm so scabby and gross. But this has been a lifesaver and it smells amazing. So I highly recommend it. It's not expensive. I will pop the link so you can check it out yourself, make your own decisions about what you want your little fingers to look like. And, but definitely this, and I mean, look how much, like, this is how it fills my hand. Yeah, yes, I have tiny hands, but still, I'm a grown woman. So I have, grown woman hands, just a tiny grown woman. Anybody who knows me in person will be like, yeah, pixie power. So there you go. It's a lot. This will last you probably the rest of your life if you purchase that. So I will pop the link in, but I wanted to share that because I know anyone who's, especially if you're doing tarot and you're doing this kind of thing, everybody's looking at your hands. So we always want our hands to look nice. So we don't look like we're, in trauma, having our hands looking like we've been fighting for our lives. So yeah, that I thought I just wanted to share that with everybody. We are down to the last little bit of this candle, but don't worry, my next candle is on deck. This is the next candle. There we go. Just a nice little winter white. And this is a silver sugar bowl. And so once this candle is done, I will grab the little crystals out of the bottom that were in it. And then I'll probably make myself a new one, as I do make candles. If you're interested in that, I do make angel number candles, and they are beautiful. They come with rose quartz, and I can, if you are interested, just let me know, and I can pop the link in. If you leave a comment, I'll give you the link. And I do ship worldwide, so those can, I should do a video of all my products as well. I should do that one night. Maybe we'll do a live shop with me and tarot pulls at the same time, because I've been trying to find the right moment to go live to do tarot pulls here. I know this is a big long introduction to the cards, but hey, stick around, okay? Stick around. Stick around. It's a snow day here, so my son is home with me today, but that's okay. He's almost 17. He's fine. I'm shocked I've even actually seen him today. So, and tomorrow, maybe another snow day, but they're saying there's a storm, another storm coming tonight. So we had a massive storm last night, and they're saying there's another one coming tonight. The cards are just luxuriously bathing in this shuffle. We're going to have to pick our moment here. Usually they let me know when they're ready, but we'll just see what comes out. So this is a 3-card reading, and we'll just pull our 3 cards right there. There we go. Card number 1, a message from your higher self. Card number 2, a spiritual practice to deepen your connection. And card number 3, what's waiting for you on your spiritual journey. Oh, so fun. So fun. We're just going to move this so we don't have quite the shadow. And card number 1, we have the Hierophant, a message from your higher self. So this is interesting that the Hierophant has come out, because we could say that our higher self is the Hierophant. Really, I'm going to pull up the dates here and see if there's anything, excuse me, that this card has to tell us about the dates. But definitely the Hierophant would have been seen as religion. Institution, religion, tradition, the church, the government, conformity, belief systems, the education, the institution of education, things like that. And so the message here for you from your higher self is about seeking guidance and seeking guidance to help you tap into your inner wisdom and your own intuition. This is in our modern world, this is all about self-development, personal development, looking for answers in life. Yeah, it's definitely about spiritual guidance. The message is coming in as saying, just find somebody who can help steer you spiritually. And it might not be, you know, a lifetime relationship, but certainly maybe somebody who can point you in the right path. If that's me, great. If that's somebody else, great. I think what is really most important is that you actually take the steps. You actually do the exploration. You actually do the seeking and the learning. And I always say, like, your teachers should only get you so far. If you're with somebody for the rest of your life and they're not as well evolving and growing and expanding and learning and providing more and more and more new information all the time, that's not a good thing, right? Like, I know we have loyalty to our teachers and our guides, our coaches, our healer, you know, all of that. But if they can only necessarily get you so far. So your first spiritual coach might only get you to the point of understanding what is out there. And then you have to look to other people to examine each element of what's out there. So, you know, maybe your first coach just educates you on what the possibilities are, but then you find in those avenues that you do want to pursue other coaches, leaders, teachers, whatever, that more specialize. So don't, you know, everybody here I'm sure knows that my son is a competitive bagpiper. And we ran into one of the top pipers in the world at an event in 2023. And so my son's chatting with him because, you know, this is like I know in the D&D world, it would be like talking to Ed Greenwood. If in the hockey world, it would be like talking to Wayne Gretzky, you know what I mean? Things like that. So we, he said to my son, can I give you some advice? And my son was like, yeah, because my son wants to be one of the best pipers in the world too. And he said, don't be sentimental about your teachers. You know, when your teacher has gotten you as far as that teacher can get you, move on and stay friends with that teacher, but don't be sentimental. Just because you've been with them and that you've achieved a certain amount with them doesn't mean that that's the person who's going to get you to the top level. So I thought that was really, really great advice. And it's advice that I've repeated quite a number of times. So, you know, I can get you so far. But if you're looking down a very niche specific path, you may need to then go to somebody who specializes in that. For example, I dabble in human design. I can talk about human design, blah, 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 blah. But if you said to me, I need you to be my human design person, I'm going to say, no, I don't specialize in human design. So I would refer you to somebody who does, you know, or whatever it is. Like the same as like when you go to your GP. I'm not saying I'm like just a general thing. I specialize in tarot. And I specialize in forgiveness coaching and healing, and I specialize in cord cuttings, and I specialize in past life work through tarot. So those are sort of my main areas. But if somebody wants something that I don't, I'm just going to send them to the person I know who specializes in it. And that's a really long way of saying, take the first step and find somebody. Don't look at it like this is going to be a permanent relationship, that you can never try, you know, be with another coach or another leader or another teacher. Just take the first step and be open to whatever happens next. Be open to all the teachers that will appear. And it's not necessarily relationships where you hire someone, you pay them, they sit there and they tell you stuff and then you take that. There's all kinds of teachers out there. People who piss you off, those are probably your greatest teachers. People who, you know, you may be feeling like you're under attack. Those are great teachers. There's actually somebody that I was chatting with this week, and she had invited me to join one of her programs or events, or I can't remember exactly what it was. And so I clicked on it. She gave me the link and I clicked on it and I was like, oh, this is, why is she sending me something for April? You know, I mean, that's like a long way off for a 1 hour event on Zoom. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to schedule my life around that. And so I went back to her and I said, am I correct in understanding that this project you have starting, it doesn't start till April? And she said, no, it's like all the time. It's like starts right now. And I said, okay, well, the link that you gave me only shows April dates. And she's like, no, that can't be right at all. So I was like, okay. And I left it with her. And then this morning I got a message from her. So this conversation took place yesterday or the day before. And then this morning there was a message and she said, oh my gosh, I got hacked and they changed all my stuff. And that's why you could only see April dates and not the stuff that was coming up. And she's like, so I fixed it. Everything is fine now. You should be okay to get into the next session, which is like in a few days. And she said, you know, I've accepted this, you know, kind of thing. And I've sent the hackers some love and everything is fine now. So you see, that was a lesson. So if she got herself all upset and all worked up and everything else, then we would have found the unhealed parts of her. But she was just like, okay, no big deal. She didn't argue about it. She didn't, because I've had a lot of people where I'm like, do I have to show you a screenshot? Like, why don't you check out your own stuff and see what's going on, right? So she didn't argue. She looked and was like, oh my gosh, this is a problem. So this is what I'm saying is like, you're going to find the lessons, you're going to find the wounds, you're going to find the things, and then you can sort of niche down and specialize with somebody who specializes in what you're trying to heal. I hope that made sense, because that was a lot. Whew, goodness, just give me a microphone and a captive audience and look at what happens. So that is, the big message here is that this next step is about you working on yourself through spiritual and personal development. So take the time to do that. do the research. If you want to talk to me, by all means, just reach out. You know where to find me. All my links are in the description, or leave a comment and then we'll connect that way. Or if you are like, I'm looking for XYZ, like if you were looking for an astrologer, I would just recommend I would just recommend someone to you. I'm not one. I dabble. I enjoy it, but that's not my specialty. So this is what I'm saying is, like, start the process. It'll be good for you. You'll feel so much better. Imagine who you'll be by Christmas. If you started today, really, like, even just spending 15 minutes a day on your own spiritual and personal development, you would be unrecognizable by Christmas, and you wouldn't even recognize your own life. That's the most amazing part. Your life will improve in a bajillion ways. And it might hurt at first because we're diving into some painful stuff. No, I don't like it either, but it's got to be done, right? It's got to be done. So this is the start of your journey. Whew, there we go. A spiritual practice to deepen your connection. The Page of Swords. Just get on with it. Sometimes the most spiritual thing we can do is just get on with it. Excuse me. And I'm going to pull up the dates here for our Page of Swords. No dates. So right now, before you're ready, if you feel like you're not ready, great. You're even more ready than everybody else. So this is definitely using your mind. So pages are about education. They're students. They're also about new journeys. They're also like, kind of just get on with it. Our nights are like, giddy up, right? But our pages are like, come on, just take the first step, right? And it's about mind. So what we're getting here is, you've got this new journey starting. You're going to start it. This is the best way that you could do it. If you want to deepen your connection, just start. You could be listening to a simple meditation every day, and that's it. I've got loads of them. You know what? I'm going to write this down. I'm going to tag in the description. I'm going to tag one. It's a Sunshine Spirit, and it's just 10 minutes of sunshine, and it's a meditation activation kind of thing that I recorded just to give you a little boost in the morning. If you started with that, that is going to massively set your day on the right path, really. And, you know, it's free, so why would you not, right? And you could just pop it on every single day and listen to it every morning. You don't have to be like lying down with your eyes closed, bundled up in your burrito blanket and, you know, eye mask and candles and incense. No, you could pop your headphones on and fold the laundry while you listen to this, or do the dishes, or whatever it is that you do. It just, you know, I would not suggest driving while listening to it, or listening to it while you're driving, just because, you know, we want you focused on the road. But there's certainly, it's there, and I will pop the link into the description. But really, it's just get on with it. You know, with the swords, our mental game, our mindset, things like that. So this is literally about making a decision, and then making a contract with yourself, making that commitment to yourself that for 15 minutes every single day, you are going to focus on your spiritual growth and your personal development. And that could be through meditations, that could be through practices, that could be through reading, anything. It's not hard. It's just, you just got to get on with it. You just got to kind of do it and carve that time out. And I know a lot of people say, well, I don't have time. And I'm like, if you've got 5 hours a night to watch Netflix, you've got time to meditate for 15 minutes. Okay. And I know people say, well, I'm not very good at meditating. No, most people aren't good at anything when they first start. That's the whole point. I don't know why I see this in a variety of different areas. I belong to like some YouTube groups, and everybody wants to be perfect on their first video. They want the first video to get 1 million views and it be perfect and everything else. And I'm like, why can't we just suck to start? Why can't we just not be great when we start and just enjoy that? You know, I see it in like knitting groups. I'm a knitter, and I see it in knitting groups, and everybody wants their projects to be perfect, even though they've never knit before, and they don't understand why their project isn't perfect. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, we got to commit to ourselves, to a practice. That's why it's called, it's not called a meditation perfection. It's called a meditation practice. We practice to get better at it. And sometimes we got 60 seconds in us. And if you keep building on that every single day, Eventually, you'll be able to sit and meditate for 15 minutes or an hour or more. I have meditations that are an hour long. And a lot of people sometimes fall asleep, which is good because now we're getting it subliminally. It's when you start snoring in a meditation. I've done it in a group meditation I've been leading, and I've had to like nudge somebody because they kept snoring. I'm like, shh. So definitely just start your practice and research. And if you don't know where to begin, let me know in the comments and I'll point you in the right direction. We'll get you going. We'll get you going with like free stuff so that you can start exploring yourself and start learning about yourself. So there we go. Because this isn't, not, you know, it's all fine. I just said to somebody the other day, people would pay me $1,000 to read tarot for them before they would spend $1,000 to heal themselves once and for all and go through life feeling so much better. Like we're addicted to our trauma. We're addicted to our stories. We're addicted to all of it. And it's time to break that spell. It's time to snap out of it. And we can only do that by taking the first step. And if you say, I'm going to commit the rest of 2025 to this, just imagine who you'll be by Christmas. You'll be coming back to me at Christmas and saying, my life has changed in the most dramatic ways. So there you have it. There you have it for that card. Just get on with it. Just get on with it. And the final card, what is waiting for you on your spiritual journey? Couldn't have picked a better card. And you watched me shuffle them and pull them, so I had no control. It was all spirit guiding me. Death. It will be the death of the old version of you. All those versions of you that are not serving you, that aren't creating a beautiful, abundant, gorgeous, magical life, they're going to fall away because you're going to start to see clearly. And the death card is always about transformation. This is the caterpillar becoming a butterfly card. And which is really funny because so many times people think, oh my God, someone's going to die. And I'm like, no, there's so many other cards that would tell me someone's going to die long before a death card. So yeah, this is just about the death of an old life, the death of an old version of yourself, a death of the ideas you have, the death of the stories you tell about yourself and your life and the world and maybe why you're not making it. So this is beautiful for you. I'm actually going to look up the timing of our death card as well. Excuse me. October 23rd to November 22nd. Now, this is not about right now, but this is, I'm kind of, what's coming in is that if you did this, if you today did this, if you started this February 1st, let's even give you a little head start. February 1st. You start this work by Scorpio season, October 23rd to November 22nd, you will be unrecognizable. You'll be a whole new person. And you'll be a whole new person that you like so much better because you will probably have learned your triggers. You will have learned how to manage them. You will have established your boundaries. People that don't belong in your life because they are not good for you will be falling away. And if they aren't falling away, because some people are Klingons, you will know how to get rid of them. You will know how to energetically end those relationships. And then people say, yeah, but I'll be all alone. Yeah, you will. You will be all alone. I made the decision to remove everybody from my life, literally, except for my husband and son. Okay, because I love them. I love them a lot. And they are my soul family, as well as my dog. So, but everybody else in my life, I just released them. I didn't say, I'm never speaking to you guys. I just was like, okay, we're done. I'm not, love and light. I never spoke a word of it. Some people noticed and some people didn't. But what I noticed that was really interesting about having not a single friend in my life, with that, because, and people would be like, yeah, but we're friends. It's like, okay, we'll start acting like it. Is it left a blank canvas. It left me with a lot of time on my hands because I wasn't trying to make friendships work or anything like that. So I actually got to kind of focus on me and be like, how did I get here? How did I get to the point where, like, I don't have like a single person in my life outside of my home who like I feel as invested as I am. How did I get here? And then all of a sudden, people started popping up. A couple people from my past, and then sort of a new person, or somebody who's been in my life for a little while, but then popped in a much bigger way. And I thought that was really interesting. In fact, I just the other day was in the grocery store, and I never usually run into anybody in the grocery store. And I was like bundled up, big scarf over my face, baseball cap. I was in ninja mode, right? This was a stealth grocery shop. And this woman that I know in town from behind, she said, hi. And it was somebody that don't really love, not a good person. I was like, hey, nice to see you. Okay, bye. And then like literally 60 seconds later, from behind, I hear another voice, hey, long time no see. And it's a woman that I do actually like and I do enjoy. And she's there with her neighbor, and we just had a wonderful conversation. And then we all just got on with our lives. And that woman sent me a text, and she said, thank you for holding that energy for me the other day in the store. And I was like, what? And she said that this woman, the first woman who came up to me, she was telling me about things that had happened with her. And I mean, this woman, the stories about this woman, I've seen it. Everybody's seen it. It's unfortunate, but you know, mental illness is it's a vicious game. And she said to me, your energy was keeping her away from me. She says, I know it. I know that I ran into you and it was divine. It was divine timing. It was a divine moment. I was about to be ambushed by this woman, and there you were, and you chatted with me, and she's like, I firmly believe that your energy kept that woman away from me. And then she invited me over to her house for like, you know, snacks and knitting and chatting and everything else. So it's interesting how these things are unfolding once I let everything else in my life go. And suddenly these other things are popping in because there's room for them. And I'm in a different headspace, and I'm in a different heart space. So I'm allowing these things in because I have actually removed things that weren't working in my life and people who were not adding value to my life. And people say, well, everybody doesn't have to add value. No, I'm sure. But you know, if you're not, I'm not saying everybody has to do everything for me, but you need to provide love. And people should feel loved around you. And if they don't, well, there's something to ponder. Entertainment, you know, like there's people that I hang out with. We're not good friends, but they're a lot of fun. We have a good time. You know, or support, whether it's like that person that you can talk to about anything and they'll give you good advice, they'll hear you out, whatever. So there's a lot of things that we can be looking for in people. But if the people in your life aren't it right now and they're dragging you down, just release them energetically. Just in your mind, just say, okay, I release you. Bye-bye. And let that be that. And they have their own journey to get on with them. And if you energetically release them, they might notice, but then you can just keep your distance. You can put that boundary there. Anyway, that was a whole big long thing, but Spirit had a lot to say today. Oh my gosh. Spirit is as chatty as I am some days. So there you go. There's the final message for January. Stick around for February. I have so many more readings. I actually just came up with 15 different readings for February in this style, on top of all of our other stuff that we're going to do in February as well. I have a ton of offers for February as well. Check out my website. You'll see January offers are there until the 1st of February. So if you see if you're watching this in like August 2029, go to my website. You'll see the August offers there. So, but right now we're on January offers. As we're wrapping up January, and then that's going to switch over in February. We're going to get the page changed so that it's the February offers. There's lots of love and romance and self-care offers, all kinds of juicy stuff coming up. And of course, Valentine's Day, I might even do a little giveaway. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe I'll do that. If you want me to do a giveaway, let me know in the comments, and maybe we'll just, what's coming in is like do a live reading with somebody as a giveaway. So you would win, like maybe do like a Valentine's giveaway and you would win a live reading with me. So we're going to do it here live on Zoom, and then we'll see about streaming or posting or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will figure that out. But either way, it's going to benefit both of us. So there we go. All right. Don't forget to check out the description for all of my links. The deck is the Wisdom of Pooh tarot deck. The link is there in the description. It is back in stock now, at least as of this moment. It is back in stock. And my Patreon is there, tip jar. There's a freebie there for you as well. I'm doing a new freebie every month now, so you want to check them out each month. And I can't remember what else is there. My website, Patreon, VIP list. If you want to get on my VIP list, I send one email a week. Sometimes a little bonus email, just depending on the timing. But just one a week is the standard. And that way you won't miss anything. Because I know a lot of people are like, I always miss your videos, even though I'm subscribed. And I'm like, yeah, but you have to double subscribe to get notifications. But if you're on my mailing list, then each week you'll get an email with all my offers, videos, updates, anything else that's coming up. Whew. Don't forget to click subscribe, leave a comment and let me know you were here. Click like, click everything, you know, all the things. Say hello and have a magical